In the dim glow of the Combat Information Center aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, a radar operator's voice cuts through the hum of electronics. Contact bearing 090, range 12 nautical miles, speed 30 knots, 4 small craft, closing fast on intercept course. The captain, standing at the central console, nods without a word, his eyes locked on the multi-function display where red icons pulse against a grid of blue sea. Weapon systems, from Aegis radar to Harpoon missiles, track the contacts automatically. Algorithms calculating fire solutions in silence. No hells have been responded to yet. The air thickens with the quiet intensity of trained professionals. This is the Strait of Hormuz, a critical choke point waterway separating Iran from the Arabian Peninsula, specifically Oman. Over 150 U.S. warplanes are massed here on 2 Nimitz-class aircraft carriers, the Lincoln and the Dwight D.T. Eisenhower is part of Carrier Strike Group 9, deployed in response to heightened regional tensions involving sanctions, proxy conflicts, and threats to maritime security. The strait, only 30 miles wide at its narrowest, funnels roughly 20% of the world's seaborne oil supply, making it a strategic linchpin. Disruption here could cause immediate economic shockwaves, elevating fuel prices globally and potentially embroiling major powers in crisis management. Iran controls the northern shore, with its Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy, IRGCN, conducting frequent patrols to enforce what they view as their sphere of influence. The U.S. naval presence, including cruisers, destroyers, and submarines in the group, asserts the right to freedom of navigation in these international waters, ensuring safe passage for commercial shipping from diverse nations. The contacts now identified as likely IRGCN vessels accelerate subtly to 35 knots, their wakes visible on surface search radar. From the bridge of the Lincoln, watch officers report visual confirmation through stabilized binoculars. 4 Bagamar-class fast attack craft, each approximately 40 feet in length, equipped with pedestal-mounted machine guns, rocket-propelled grenade launchers, and possibly short-range anti-ship missiles like the Nasser. On the Iranian side, commanders at the naval base in Bandar Abbas are almost certainly monitoring the U.S. carriers via shore-based radar arrays, unmanned aerial vehicles, and satellite feeds. A standard radio call from the Lincoln's communications suite broadcasts on VHF Channel 16 and other international frequencies.
Unidentified vessels approaching on my starboard bow. This is United States Navy warship. Identify yourselves, state your intentions, and maintain a safe distance in accordance with corrects.
The transmission is clear, repeated twice. Static is the only response. The operator logs it, face impassive. Will they veer off at the last moment or push the envelope further, forcing a decision? On the expansive flight deck of the Lincoln, aviation ordnancemen stand by rows of F/A-18 Super Hornet strike fighters, their afterburners ready for catapult launch if ordered. The combined air wing across both carriers includes F-35C stealth fighters for air superiority, EA-18G Growlers specialized in electronic warfare to jam enemy radars, E-2D Hawkeye aircraft for long-range detection, and support helicopters. This massing represents a formidable projection of power, capable of striking targets hundreds of miles inland if necessary. But the immediate threat is surface-based. The captain, a seasoned officer with prior command in the Gulf, issues his first directive in a level tone. Maintain current course and speed at 15 knots. Activate electronic warfare suite to passive scan only. No active emissions without my order. His words carry through the intercom, calming any undercurrents of anxiety. The Iranian boats fan out into a loose arc formation, a maneuver that could allow for coordinated approaches from multiple angles. 8 nautical miles now, in the CIWS. Operators adjust tracking gates, fingers poised over touchscreens as potential evasion paths are modeled. Recent Iranian state media broadcasts have reiterated warnings against foreign military encroachments in what they describe as their territorial or economic exclusion zones. These Bagamar boats are purpose-built for agility in littoral waters, difficult to detect amid the radar clutter of tankers and fishing vessels. U.S. rules of engagement, or OUT-E, are stringent, emphasizing proportionality. Defensive fire is permitted only upon clear hostile act, such as launching a weapon or ramming, not on presumed hostile intent like rapid closure. The lead boat surges slightly ahead of its pack, its bow rising and falling in the 2-foot swells. 5 miles out, a murmur runs through the crew as the distance enters the theoretical range for Iranian-manufactured missiles, if the boats are so armed. In response, the rotor blades of an MH-60R Seahawk helicopter begin to turn on the flight deck of the nearby destroyer, USS Mason. This is a standard precautionary measure. The helo, equipped with advanced surface search radar, forward-looking infrared sensors, and sonobuoys for underwater threats. Not an aggressive posture, but an extension of the group's sensory bubble. The captain authorizes the launch with a brief "proceed." The aircraft lifts off with a roar, climbing to 500 feet and banking to starboard, maintaining a non-threatening arc. From altitude, the pilots transmit back via encrypted data link, positive visual on 4 contacts. Crews numbering 5 to 7 per boat. Uniforms consistent with IRGCN. Weapons manned but not elevated toward us. Yet the boats press on, speed unwavering at 35 knots. Is this a standard assertion of presence or a calibrated escalation to gauge US thresholds? The gap narrows relentlessly to 5 nautical miles. Radar consoles show no active fire control locks from the Iranians, but their own search radars are emitting sporadically, perhaps collecting signature data on the US ships for future use. Captain, contacts are now within estimated missile engagement range. An operations specialist reports, voice steady. The captain responds without hesitation. Acknowledged. Hold all fire control solutions in reserve. Reattempt hail on all available frequencies, including those used in prior interactions. The radio operator complies, broadcasting the message in both English and Farsi to eliminate any language barrier. Silence follows. The CIC's atmosphere grows more concentrated, with every screen refresh heightening the uncertainty. Meanwhile, in Tehran's IRGC naval command centers, senior officers likely review real-time feeds, balancing the desire to project strength against the risk of unintended confrontation. The U.S. carrier presence, with its overwhelming air assets, serves as a counter to Iran's ballistic missile arsenal and proxy networks, deterring potential closures of the strait as threatened in past crises. 3 nautical miles now. The distance allows for clearer visual assessment from the bridge wings. Iranian sailors visible in life jackets and headgear, some gesturing. Binoculars trained on the massive silhouettes of the carriers. Weapons are at the ready, but barrels point upward or aft, not forward. Then, a tactical adjustment from the Iranians. The portmost boat peels away to the left, initiating a flanking trajectory while the central 3 hold their line. The U.S. group counters conservatively. Adjust the Seahawk's orbit to cover the flanker, the captain instructs. The helicopter complies, its cameras zooming in to capture serial numbers and armament configurations for intelligence analysis. Imagery beams back, Sima-1 or similar anti-ship missiles on launchers. Protective covers in place but straps loose for quick deployment. 1 nautical mile out, collision avoidance alarms activate automatically. A low tone echoing through the spaces, underscoring the peril of close quarters maneuvering in a busy strait. Abruptly, the lead Iranian boat executes a slow turn to parallel the carrier group's heading, reducing speed to match the 15-knot transit. No imminent collision threat, but the proximity leaves little room for error. Prepare CIWS for immediate activation if needed, the captain orders calmly. On the decks of the carriers and escorts, the phalanx close-in weapon systems automated 20mm Gatling guns, with radar-guided targeting rotate, with a distinctive whir, barrels elevating slightly. This is a defensive posture, visible to the Iranians through their optics, conveying readiness without offense. Viewed from the Iranian lens, such encounters are opportunities to demonstrate resilience against perceived encirclement. Their force structure prioritizes low-cost, high-mobility assets like these boats to challenge U.S. dominance, potentially swarming in larger numbers during a real crisis. The amassed U.S. warplanes tip the scales in air and strike capabilities, a fact not lost on Iranian planners who rely on land-based air defenses and underground facilities. At last, the radio crackles to life with a response in accented English over Farsi. American warships, you are in Iranian operational waters. Withdraw to prevent incident. The captain pauses, then consults with Fleet Command in Bahrain via secure video teleconference. The guidance is consistent: proceed with the scheduled transit, document everything, and de-escalate through non-kinetic means. The Iranian boats, Now at a stable 1 nautical mile separation, throttle back further, transitioning from pursuit to mere shadowing. The immediate tension dissipates somewhat, though sensor operators remain alert for any sudden changes. Incidents like this are part of a long-standing pattern in the Persian Gulf, dating back to the 1980s, when U.S. forces escorted tankers during the Iran-Iraq War. Today's carrier deployments maintain a rotational presence, ensuring rapid response options without permanent basing. The air wing's versatility from precision strikes to intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance bolsters this role, allowing coverage over vast areas. With the boats maintaining distance, the Seahawk is recalled to the Mason, landing smoothly amid the group's formation. CIWS turrets powered down, returning to standby mode. The Iranians continue shadowing for another hour, perhaps gathering electronic intelligence or simply making their presence felt, before gradually diverging. Examining the broader implications, these encounters highlight the fragility of stability in the strait. Its shallow depths and heavy traffic increase collision risks, while Iran's coastal missile batteries add a layer of standoff threat. A mishap could cascade into wider involvement with USO partners in the Gulf Cooperation Council providing basing, and Iranian allies like Hezbollah or Houthis disrupting other choke points. As dusk settles, the Iranian craft turn north definitively, speeds reducing to patrol levels, disappearing into the horizon. The U.S. group emerges from the strait into the Gulf of Oman, mission intact. Long-term, this episode reinforces the value of deterrence, maintaining open lanes through consistent, rules-based operations. It conveys a message of resolve and upholding international maritime law, where unilateral assertions yield to collective security. In contested waters, discipline is often the most powerful weapon,